Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. Today we're going, of course, to plan our tactics for our next match. So, next round will be played today against ValleRos82. A.C.D. ValleRos82. They sit here in the league. Apparently they're not very good scorers, are they? And they've been undergoing a somewhat decent amount of goals. Not that many, but I still believe they might be a somewhat decent opponent for us. Well, actually, the lineup looks very funny, and I'm afraid there's something wrong with this, but let's have a look at how they play. So 13.3 routine 4 stars, 44.4 3.5 stars, then 4 stars 28.1, 24.2, somewhat decent player this one guy, but 3.5 stars are not very much for this level. 4 stars, but he's out of his role, so this is very bizarre. Central midfielder, played as a defensive midfielder. Well, this guy's good. I mean, 3.5 stars, then 1.2 routine, but not impressive. Definitely not impressive. At least these three guys make some sense. This one guy does not, because he's playing on the left instead of playing on the right, and he's actually a somewhat decent player. This one guy is, well, looks like he's a good defender, but he's playing on the left wing. This just does not make any sense. This guy instead, well, he's not very strong, is he? But then 4 stars for 7.1. Alright. This is looking worse in terms of defense. Well, worse for us. 15.8. Not impressively high defending skills, but quite good offensive skills. And then we've got, well, a good goalkeeper with not impressive routine. Well, in this case, I believe we'll have to totally change our lineup, or at least make some fine tuning. Alright, here are the very bad news, in the sense that, as you can see, we've got Mazzotta and Fabris who were disqualified. And actually, in this case, I would think straight away about, let's do it like this, just in case, about promoting Boccarossa from the B team and letting him play here. But let's first have a look at how we can play against these opponents. I believe we should go for a midfield dominating lineup, because as you can see, the opponents do not have a very thick midfield, do they? And this particular player is not bad, but not impressively good either. So, well, let's first make up a lineup with the skills we can actually deploy. Well, I don't like Fishnella here, despite him being quite experienced. Now, do you know what? I'm going to promote Boccarossa. We'll need him in order to replace Mazzotta. Then we'll probably be able to move Canciali over here, Canciali Shori. Then we'll probably need one more midfielder. So Varipinto's going to the bench. Will be Brickle here, but I'd like to have one more striker against those two very strong defenders. Or is it probably the case to play on the wings again? Well, we're dominating the midfield. We'll have to promote Boccarosa first, just to make sure we have all of our arrows at the right place. So Boccarosa, yes, we'll have to promote him so that we'll have a complete defense. Ministrini will go away like so. And promote, yes, let's update this, shall we, so that we can have a look at what our complete lineup will look like. There he is, Boccarosa. So Boccarosa here, and then we'll swap him with Fischnaller, and in this case we should have a good defense, shouldn't we? Then Quiriconi on the left. Hopefully Fischnaller will compensate for the lack of routine Boccarosa has, and Quiriconi will compensate for the lack of Venieros. Also, Boccarosa is quite tall, whilst Fischnaller is very short. So hopefully these guys will compensate one for the other. Plus, we have Shore here. So guys, I believe, well, we might go with Shore more offensive, but I'm quite scared with these three guys. These three guys are very dangerous, so I want to make sure they won't be able to, they will not be able to score. On top of that, I believe we should go defensive, because the very first goal we want to achieve is not losing. So probably 1 point would be just enough this time. We don't want to overdo things. So let's go for, well, we don't really have a spare defender, do we? Or we might go with Tateo on the right, defending, and Yossa striking. Well, at least Yossa and Pincin are very good strikers, so they might be able to overcome the opponent's defense. Very hard to tell. They've got higher routine, but they've got somewhat lower skills. But they've got very good pace. So no, let's try and play on the wings and basically sort of kill the strikers in a metaphorical way, of course. Kill the strikers, kill the midfield, and kill the wingers, because Yossa is going to make, well, he's probably not going to make fun of them, but he's going to be way stronger than any of these. On top of that, we'll have a somewhat good defense with very good defensive midfielders, one good central midfielder, one very good winger as compared to this one guy, and one very good striker who hopefully will be able to do something, especially towards the end of the match, because These guys do not have an impressive amount of recommendation points, which are the stars, of course. So we might we could assume that these guys do not have a very high amount of stamina, while we do, whilst we do, on the other hand. So yes, I think this is the way to go. Worst case scenario, we should be able to go for the draw. We'll go not very defensive, but defensive. We'll go playing balanced, because we want to exploit both of the midfield and the left wing. Probably the right wing will not be that exploitable, but we should be able to exploit at least the midfield and the left wing. Focus side, we could go and play on the left wing basically. Yes, let's try at least to win, because those three defenders against one striker are going to probably make fun of him. Well, in terms of routine, they're higher, they're better, and what they lack is some skills, but not that much either. So we'll have to change our defense here, because these guys, come on, we've just killed the B team as well. Let's go with Bruni on the right. We don't have any more defenders. That's why I wanted Vecchi to join the B team. Or we might play... Well, do you know what? I'd like to transfer list La Camera as well, but I'll do it later. I don't want to bore you away too much today, guys. I know this has been a long video, but it was necessary to plan a few things, and this quite slow computer does not help in that regard. So I think this is over for today, guys. Hopefully we'll see some points coming tonight, and yeah, I'd be very glad if you were here tomorrow to have a look at what we could achieve, if anything. So thanks a lot again for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.